Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shellcraft One and my old barn door, and I'm back today to make a shaker tag with you that I promised on the 2 videos ago, or maybe 1 video ago. Anyway, we're gonna make a shaker tag. So I thought we would just do a quick video, have a little fun, and I say quick video, but you know, I always say quick video and I always don't get there, so I'm trying. I'm sorry. I will try to do better. Okay, so we have an envelope and it's got a window. Now you can use an envelope that has any size window. It does not have to be, you know, these big sizes. I don't think I have one that has a smaller size one in front of me. But anyway, you can use any size window that you want to. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut open my envelope because it just makes it a little easier to... now this one doesn't have the flap. Well, it has the flap, but it was opened at the top, which I'm fine with. But if you have a flap attached, just close it up and then open it back up. Hopefully that made sense. That didn't sound like it made much sense, but I'm hoping it did. Okay. Whew, I'm getting hot. I'm going to have to take my sweatshirt off. This weather has just been flippy floppy. So I'm just opening up the sides with my X-Acto knife. And if you don't have an X-Acto knife, it's okay. You can just trim a little sliver off of each side with your scissors, and that will work just fine. Well, that didn't work just fine at all, did it? Well, I'll just show you then. We'll just trim it. How about that? See? You just want to trim a little sliver. Okay. And then it opens up just fine. Now, these right here, I'm going to go ahead and stick some glue on them and glue them down so that they don't keep flopping up. Okay, so we've got those glued down. And it doesn't matter if there's a little sliver crazy up here because that's going to be covered anyways. And so now I want to pick what I want to see inside my window. And you don't have to cover the whole inside of the envelope unless you want to leave it open and use it as a pocket. Then you can cover it. But for this video, I'm not going to leave it open. I'm just going to make a shaker tag. Okay, so I've got some cute little papers here that I thought we could use, and these can be used for, now I'm making this for a retro Christmas journal, and they can be used for that, but they can also be used for, you know, any other project. They don't have to be Christmassy. So I have taken and I have cut a piece of one of those papers to fit the size of my window. So I just laid it in here, kind of measured, so make sure that I can see that in my window. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, before I glue anything down or add my shakers, I need to be able to cut out my window out of another piece of paper. So what I did was I have this little broken stylus, but it still works, so I'm going to use it. And I just took it's better if you use a mouse pad or something, you know, a little spongy underneath. And I picked this because I want this to be on the front of the envelope. So I just took this and I turned this over and I laid my envelope on it so that it would cover the whole thing. And then you can very carefully do this because you don't want to poke a hole. And you don't want to make indentions in your envelope or your window. But I just took this and I kind of went around the very edge here and just pressed so that it would give me an indentation in my paper that I could see. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but you can see this indentation here. So that tells me that's where I want to cut out my window. Okay, so I'm going to sit this aside for a second because we don't need it yet. We're going to go ahead and make our pocket here. Okay, and I found the best thing to do, you can either use, you do want to use a wet glue for this because with this plastic, your glue stick doesn't stick as good to the plastic. So you can either use the art glitter glue or your Fabri-Tac, or whatever your favorite wet glue is. Okay, so how are y'all today? I don't think I've asked yet. I've just been, yep. Okay, now we're only going to glue on 3 sides, okay? You want to leave this top portion open for just a second because we need to be able to put in our shaker items. But anyways, I hope y'all are doing well today, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time in your week and whatever you're doing. All right, so I've got my 3 edges, and I'm just going to take this and just lay it down into my glue, and we're going to let that dry for just a second. Okay, so we've let it dry a little, so now we need to pick what we're going to put into our pocket. And I have some goodies here that I had picked out, but I also have some little sequins, or it's like a sprinkle glitter set. So I have 2 of these. I got these from, I think it's called Five Below, but I mean they were $3 for both of these. And so this one has some little stars in it, and so does this one, but it's got some, anyway, we're going to use some of these. I can get so out of whack talking. All right, so we're just going to take, see how we've left a little pocket here at the top. So we're just going to take this, and I thought it would be cute to put some little stamps in here too. Now I'm going to drop the stamps kind of around in different places, and I don't want too many. I don't want it to overwhelm, so maybe we'll just do 3. How about that? Okay, and then we have some of these little sparkly sequin stars. So I think I've got 3 of those. We'll put those in. We might not need much more. I mean, you don't want to put too much stuff in here because you don't want it to be overwhelmed. You know what? But I am going to take all of this. I'm going to leave the bow out. I'm just going to kind of pour it into my little pocket there. And then I'm going to try and make sure everything's turned around. So see how, like, hopefully y'all can see. See how that little one right there is upside down? So I'm just going to take my little tweezers and flip him over. And that one's upside down. And that one's upside down. Hopefully y'all can see okay. It's a little bit hard to show you while I'm trying to do it. And I'm sure there's probably a glare from the envelope stuff. So I apologize for that. Okay, let me have one of these. Take him down here. Okay, so now we've got those in there. I'm going to get these out of the way. And then I thought we could take some of these little pink circles. I think these stars are cute, but they're a little bit too bright. So we're going to try the little pink circles. Hopefully I've got them open. Yep, I do. Okay. So, you know what? I'm just going to pour them down in here instead of trying to pour them into that thing. And I don't want a whole bunch. Okay, so that's enough for that. And then I do want some of these silver stars. So we'll put some of those down in there. And again, we don't have to have a whole bunch. But we'll have a few more. Any of them that you drop, just pick them up and stick them in there. Okay. All right. So now that we have all of our goodies in there, we're going to, I think that's going to be cute. We're going to turn this back over and we're going to glue this down now. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. And I'm going to go in a little closer to the plastic and glue because I don't want all of the goodies to kind of come up into this pocket where they're hidden. I want them to stay where you can see them. And I'm not showing y'all nothing new. I'm sure y'all have seen this before, but I just thought it would be fun to make one together. A Christmas one. Okay. So we're going to glue this down. And you see I've left a little bit of a bubble here because I want, can you see that? Let's see if I go sideways. It's just a little bit of leeway. In other words, I didn't glue it down completely flat because I want this stuff to be able to shake. And if you glue it down completely flat, then it's all going to be held into place and it won't shake. All right, so now we have our little pocket glued together. Sorry guys, I had a little bit of a frog in my throat. Okay, so now we've got our pocket glued together. And we've got stuff coming out. Or is this just stuff that I dropped? I'm hoping this is just stuff that I dropped. We're just going to scoot it over. Lord have mercy, Sunshine will not like this. He hates glitter. Which, that's not glitter, but you know what I mean. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and just glue our whole pocket shut. However you want to do that. I keep saying pocket, and it's not a pocket. It's an envelope or a tag. However you want it to be, but I was talking about this little pocket. You know, I had a little pocket there. Anyway. Alright, so now we're going to bring over our sheet that we made our, hopefully you can see, made our little mark on. And I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to kind of cut a bit of an X so that I can get this off here. And then you can cut it or however you want to do it. I'm just going to fold. Actually, I'm going to need a little bit of scissors because I'm going to need to go all the way to the edge. So, and then I'm just going to fold and get all of this out of here. And I like a folded edge, so that's why, not a folded edge. Well, you could leave that. You could glue it, leave it and glue it and make it a folded edge, but I like a torn edge is what I was saying. Okay. So I'm just going to fold all these back, and then we can decide if we want to tear them out. But before we do that, I'm going to put it on top of my envelope here and make sure that I've got what I'm looking for. Okay. So, there we go. Yeah, I think that'll be good. That's going to look so stinking cute. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get rid of these. Alright, so I've got them. I tore mine because I like the look of that. And so it just sits on top like that. So now we're just going to glue this right on top of our tag. Now the good thing about this paper is it's not directional, so you can decide, you know, which whether you want your not your pocket, your shaker to be at the top part or at the bottom part. Okay, so I'm just gonna, and I like using the Fabri-Tac because you got a little bit of wiggle room to slide it around and make sure it sits where you want it to sit before it completely adheres. Just like that. Give it a second to dry, and while it's drying, I'm going to go ahead and fold this over, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave this on here and glue it down for the backing. That's going to be cute. I like it. Alright, so I'm going to tear this away and tear this away like that. And then I've got it folded over, and then I'm just going to fold this over the edge of the envelope, and that kind of encloses our envelope in our pink paper, and then we can come back and decorate it. But then it covers up the blue that was on the edge of that envelope. So I'm just going to glue this down. Okay, got this glued down, and then I have, to cover up this part, I have these pretty little pieces here from another paper. I think I got this at, I think it came from Hobby Lobby. Okay, and I'm just going to piece it together right down here. I'm going to attempt to piece it together down here. Just like that. And I have got glue smushing out the end over here. And it doesn't have to go all the way to the edge or anything, but it can if you want it to. And again, with the Fabrifix or the Fabri-Tac, no, this is Fabrifix. With the Fabrifix, you know, you can kind of move it around however you want to. And then we're just going to trim this off at the top here. And there's the back. Super cute. I'm going to trim a little bit of this up too. Just be sure you don't cut the edge of your envelope and open it up unless you want it to be a pocket. There, that kind of evens that out a little bit. Okay, and then I decided that since it would be really hard to write on the back of this since it's got all the goodies in there, you know, the shaker stuff in there. So I thought it would be cute to put a pocket on the back of the envelope. And I'm trying to decide. I think I want this to be at the top part versus being at the bottom part. So I think I want it like that. And so I have some chenille that I thought we could try and see if we could make us a cute pocket on here. Let's see. That's too much pink. Too much pink. Ooh, but this teal. Oh yeah, this teal will look super cute as a pocket. Okay, so how big do we want the pocket? Let me see. So we put our pocket on, and then I thought it would be cute to maybe put like a vintage recipe page in here since, you know, my journal is about recipes. So I thought that would be cute, and then maybe a little, I love this vintage looking kind of retro style journaling card. And then on the front, I wanted to make it super simple because I don't want to take away from the glory of the shaker. So we're just going to do something really simple. And I have this cute little vintage retro looking snowman type deal. And I thought we would put it right here in the corner like this. And then I thought it would be classy looking to put a little bit of just white embossed paper up here at the top. I just think that would be really pretty. And I'm going to take this out for a second because I want to trim my tag shape like this. Those probably weren't the best scissors to do that with. Okay, so we can poke our little recipe back in here. And I was going to put a topper on it, but I don't think it needs, I think this serves as the topper. And I think it looks super cute like that, and I didn't want to do too much to take away from the shaker part. So there we have it. That is our shaker tag made from a window envelope. I'm sure you've all seen this before, but I just wanted to make one with you. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and a comment. If you're not yet subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload new videos. So I will see y'all in the next video. Big hugs.